On my last day in rehab, on that final day, they took a stone, and this is the actual stone that was used as a part of my graduation ceremony. And each person who was a part of my cohort or a part of the group that I was there with took the stone, and they said something encouraging about me into the stone, and then they passed it around the room. And then finally, the stone made its way into my hands. And what I was supposed to do in that moment was to say something encouraging about myself into the stone. And in that moment, spontaneously, as I took the stone, I looked at it and I said these words: I am worthy of my own love. I mean, I'd never had said those words before. But when I said it, something shifted inside of me. Saying those words into this little stone, it somehow gave me the permission to open myself up to loving myself. And I genuinely felt something shift inside of me. It was like something broke open, just a crack. When that crack broke open inside of me, it then caused me to go on a journey of understanding self-love. What is it? How does it work? How do you develop it? It also set me on a journey to understand the sources of shame that I had, both religious and childhood trauma that I had carried for over 40 years. And what I realized through all of that work of learning and growing was that that trauma that I experienced had broken my relationship with myself. It had separated me from my own love. You know, we talk a lot about how trauma is not what happens to you, but it's what happens in you. And one of the things that often happens in us is that we make a decision that we're not lovable, that there's something wrong with us, that we're broken. And then we'll wind up carrying that message with us our whole lives if something doesn't change. But the good news is self-love can begin to heal that broken relationship that you have with yourself. It can begin to let you see that there's nothing wrong with you. There's never been anything wrong with you. You had experiences, that the natural outcome of those experiences is for you to feel the way that you feel, is for you to struggle with self-love. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're broken. And you can learn to love yourself, heal your relationship with yourself. And that is why I do the work that I do. And it all started with this little stone and me saying those words into it that were so transformational for me, that now my hope through the coaching that I do, the podcast that I do, and things like this that I do is to help other people awaken to the fact of how much power they have to heal their relationship with themselves.